Welcome to this Drysdale Studios video tutorial. In a previous video, we discussed the basic steps to creating a custom page for your SuperAgent website. If you need an introduction to custom pages, please click on the website button now to be taken to that video. However, if you've already watched that video or feel comfortable in your basic knowledge of creating a page, stick here for the advanced course. We're going to cover adding video embeds to a page, inserting images, and some basic HTML tips. So let's jump right into a new page. Once on the Add Edit Free page, the fun begins. On this one page, I'm going to embed a video, add an image, add some text, and use some basic HTML formatting. I'm going to start by naming the page and then by writing a quick sentence. When I create a new page, I like to start by adding some text in the normal section as a primer of sorts. Now I'll add an image with my cursor below my text. There are two Insert Image buttons. One takes you to your personal gallery, the other takes you to the company gallery. I'm going to My Gallery, which is the one on the left. Once here, I can select an image I've already added, I can add a URL for an image I've found online, or I can upload a new image, which will be added to my gallery once uploaded. I'm going for that third option, selecting an image on my computer. We'll notice that when inserted, the image starts where my cursor was, but we'll also notice that it's pretty huge. I'm going to use the HTML editor to make it a bit smaller. Right now we're on the normal section, but by clicking on HTML, I'll go to the editor section. At the top I have my generic text, then a non-breaking space line, which creates a full line of nothing between my text and my image. This is a good bit of code to know in order to create breaks between your paragraphs, or in this case, your text and image. Below the NBSP is the code for my image. Unfortunately, the image size isn't coded in, so I'm going to have to add it to the code. Whenever I'm looking for some quick code help, I simply Google what I'm looking for and typically end up on the site w3schools.com, which has a lot of easy to understand hints. In this case, I found the height and width attribute code for an image, and I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste that into the HTML section of the page I'm creating. Now, I don't want height 42, width 42. That's going to be way too small, as we can see if I switch back to normal mode. Also, it's probably not going to maintain my aspect ratio if I simply copy and paste. But now I have the code formatted so that I can adjust the height and width. I open up the properties of my image and I see that the original dimensions were 819 wide by 940 height. If I cut both of those numbers in half, I'll maintain my aspect ratio and hopefully will have a more appropriately sized image. I switch back to normal mode to check on it, and it does look a lot more manageable. So now, as my page is designed, I have text at the top with an image below it. If I save and publish it, I can look at it as a consumer would. I recommend having your page published as you build your page. You can have the page published without the fear of anyone stumbling upon it, as long as you don't actively add it anywhere on your site. Now I'm going to add a video. But rather than adding the video below the text and picture, I want it off to the right-hand side of my page, which right now is pretty bare. First step for embedding a video is getting the embed code. If it's a video from YouTube, this can be found pretty easily. Just click on the video you want to embed, then click on the Share button, switch over to Embed, and then copy the code. I'm going to move back over to HTML on my custom page and then paste the code. If I switch back to normal at this point, I'll notice that the video ends up below my picture, but that's not what I wanted. I want it to be on the right of my image. So I'm going to go back to my trusty HTML site and add a line equals right to the attributes in my embed code, right after the height and width. If I switch back over after applying this line right, I'll notice that the video is still below the rest of my content. What I'll do at this point is cut and paste my video embed to be the first thing on my HTML. Now my text and image are on the same level as my right aligned video. I check on my site, and sure enough, my text and my image are now next to my video. With this, I have a page that combines text, an image, and video. On any given page, you should now feel comfortable adding any of these elements to one of your free pages. And remember, if you have basic HTML questions, you can often find an answer by searching Google. I hope this video was helpful, and be sure to check back for more Drysdale Studios exclusive video tutorials.